Yeah, I mean, it's hard because if you think about those girls, really in reality, it's a baby raising a baby. And so we really just want to love on those girls as much as possible, help them gain as much self-esteem and as much confidence as they can to help make the best decision, whether that's placing up for adoption or raising. Again, like I said, I mean, I'm going to sound like a dead horse on what we do here, but we really overall want to pour in and let those girls know how much they are loved. We're not here to persuade you one way or the other. We're really here just to lavish as much love on you as we can, because we already know that you're facing such a hard road and a hard decision. So we want to lighten that load for you. We want to help you in the process of what you're going to be doing moving forward, because we know healthy moms raise healthy babies. And so emotionally, we want to set you on a catalyst of a path of emotionally being set in the right space to move forward in raising a healthy baby.
That's really good. I've seen that before. Like, I have a friend that became a she became a mother at 18 years old, but she wasn't able to take care of the baby. So she gave him up for adoption, from what I was told. But the thing is, she didn't abandon it completely. Like, she put her contact info for the adoption and even the baby's new parents, so that if it wanted to keep in if the baby wanted to keep in touch with her and him,
Mm-hmm.
the parents, they could, which I think is very good. Even if you put him or her up for adoption, trying to make sure I include everybody rather than just, but in any case, when you put a baby up for adoption, giving him or her the opportunity to stay in touch with its true parents, that can be something like light at the end of the tunnel.
It can be. I mean, it's called open adoption, and there is that option with it, working out between the birth mother and the adoptive parents on how that looks. And a lot of times the adoptive parents really are open to that because they want their child to know how much they were blessed by the bravery of their mother and what she did, that instead of choosing to abandon or abort the baby, they were brave enough to say, I'm going to carry it and I'm going to bless someone else who maybe can't have children. And so we help girls try to understand it that way. Like, you're blessing someone else who maybe is, struggling with infertility and they're not being able to get pregnant. And so you're being so brave to carry this child, and you are so brave to hand this child over. So let's talk through, what does that look like long term with you in a relationship with the parents? And I think a lot of times it does work out that well. And I think, like you, I think it's healthy. I think it's a great thing. But I also understand if, maybe cognitively the young girl or the mom might not be ready for that. And it might be like, well, you can have my information, but like, it might take some time, some warming up to, of having to, see your child being raised by someone else. So, I mean, we definitely try to tread lightly on those types of situations for the mom and the adoptive parents as well.
That's really cool that you do that. So everybody, the links to her program are right up here. The magic of editing. But yeah, anyway, what struggles did you overcome to get to where you are? Because I'm sure being pregnant at such a young age was a little bit of a struggle.
It was. I had to overcome the stereotype of, when you're a single mom, so, you're inadequate to support your baby. You are, like, someone's gonna feel sorry for you eventually and like take you on, and like you think, well, are they gonna view my child as, not their own, or as like dead weight when we get married? And just the insecurities of being a single mom. Like, how do you tell people that you're a single mom and not get judged for the stereotype of what they think I did? And so I had to overcome a lot of insecurity issues on my own, and just, again, through surrounding myself with stronger women in my life that poured into me, Obviously, my faith was something that I really clinged to during those beginning years. And just as the years went on, and I was able to see myself grow in confidence that I was being able to support my son, and we did have a great life, and we were breaking the barriers of what a single mom could and couldn't do. And I had a son that was just thriving in life. And thankfully, his dad and I have a really great amicable relationship, because that was another thing. We're like, just because you and I aren't together doesn't mean that our son has to be confused on what parent he has to go to, and we didn't want him to ever feel shame or guilt, or that he was an accident or any of those things. And so we purposefully really made sure that we had a healthy relationship between the two of us moving forward. And so I just had to overcome, honestly, my own insecurities in my own head, Doug. And like I said, as I got older and as I started setting goals for myself and really honing in on what those goals were, and like you, becoming a better speaker and forcing myself to talk a lot and talk through the process of maybe grief or shame or guilt, it actually started to get better, because the more I talked through it, the more I healed. And so here we are 19 years later, and I have a wonderful son who has a great career ahead of him, a healthy head on his shoulders. And so I think it's just the biggest probably struggle was insecurity of what are other people going to think? And I had to get over that really quick, because as, offensive as this may sound, it doesn't really matter what other people think, because all that matters is that I'm doing my best and I'm striving for the best that I can do for myself and my family. And I had to learn that really quickly, that I might not do everything exactly like so-and-so does or so-and-so does. And I was really careful to not ask for too many opinions, because I didn't want to base decisions off of someone else's opinion when it was my life. And so that's kind of where I am now moving forward with a lot of people. Is it's great to gain wisdom from people all around you, but you can't base your decisions on what other people think. And so that was a huge obstacle for me to overcome, is to be like, I can make a healthy decision and I can do it and I can rock it and we're doing great. Like, it doesn't so I think that was one of my biggest struggles, is like really gaining confidence in myself that I could make really good decisions and that the outcome would even be better. So I think that's it.
That's really cool. I'm glad to see that you're a person of faith, because we're nothing without God. No other way to put it. And honestly, that's something that I did as well. When I went through my rough upbringing with autism and all that, faith had pulled me through a lot of what I was going through. Like, I love everything about the Christian religion, just everything, just because it's a world that I love believing in, you know what I mean? Just because of what it preaches about being kind to others and how to have the fruits of the Spirit. It's just everything about the Christian religion is beautiful, in my opinion.
I really got to see Christianity, or relationships with the Lord, let's say it that way, through my pregnancy in a tangible way. People, when they could have, specifically during pregnancy, being a single pregnant mom, people could have thrown judgments. People could have thrown stones, and they didn't. Instead, they hurled compassion on me. They spoke what into existence what I couldn't see. And that really is one of the driving points of why now I am who I am, and why I am never quick to judge someone, give an opinion, make a comment, because I have an unmeasurable amount of compassion. Like, that's what I want to be known for, as a compassionate person, because I don't know what you're going through. I don't know the backstory of anyone that I meet on the road. Like, I don't know what kind of day you're having. Yeah. And so going through a situation where I could have literally been cast out, people drew me in tighter instead. And to have that love and to have that lavish faith shown to me in the tangible really made me dig deeper into my own faith at that time, and really made me grounded in the Lord really has brought me through so much, and I would be hopeless and I would be lost without him. And it's really just been a sweet journey with him over these 19 years, even now with an adult son, like just watching, looking back and thinking just the Lord's handiwork and watching it, ebb and flow through my life and through my family's life. It's just an organic, beautiful work of art is what I like to call it.